something new for you this year, Hard Knocks. What's that experience been like? Has there been some funny moments, some awkward moments? What's it been like having Hard Knocks in camp?
You know what? I wasn't too happy when they first announced it. I'll be the first one to admit that. I will say that the crew that we had here was awesome. They always made their presence known. You knew exactly when and where you were going to be mic'd up, what interviews you had. The first practice I was mic'd up, and this is an internal conflict that I have with myself, and I always tell the team here in Buffalo, don't let me know when I'm mic'd up because I act differently. I don't feel like I can truly be myself because I don't need everybody to know who I am on the field. And that first practice, it was kind of the same thing. I was a little more reserved. I wasn't talking as much. I was felt a little uncomfortable. And then I kind of told myself, it's like, that's not going to make me better. That's not going to allow me to get on the same page with my receivers or my tight ends. So the next few times I was mic'd up, I was like, screw it. I'm just going to act like I'm not. And I trust the team that they're not going to put anything in the episode that's going to be detrimental to the team. And not that I would say or do anything that is detrimental to the team, but just knowing that they had my back in case I didn't want something on there. So better than I anticipated. Wasn't too happy about it originally, but we moved on, and it turned out to be pretty fun. I think they highlighted some really cool guys. I haven't watched it. Hate to say it. Don't have time to. But
do
I
they
feel
have
like
the little cameras still in the meeting rooms, where you don't even realize they're in there? Because they used to do that, and you'd get into a conversation, and you're like, "Oh my God, is this on the screen?"
We politely asked them to not have them in the quarterback room, and they granted our request there, which again makes me feel like they respected what we were doing and what we're trying to do. And made it easy for us.
So when Whit and I were teammates, 07, 08, Cincinnati Bengals, we used to go to Georgetown College. We went away for camp. Obviously, being a Bill, they still, and there's only like a handful of teams that still do it, but you go away, you go to St. John Fisher. For me, I always loved it. And part of it for me was I had so many kids at home. I had so many distractions. And I know you've got a million more distractions than I did, just in different ways. But do you enjoy that aspect of it? Like, it might have been one of my favorite things of playing was getting to go away for those few weeks of training camp.
Like I alluded to earlier, it is just to be with the guys from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. It's football, it's hanging out, it's eating, it's cards, it's table games. Like it's as fun as football gets is camp. And I know people with kids and families. I don't have any kids. I understand potentially missing them and not wanting to be there and be away for them as long as we are. But it is the best time to hone in on football and to get better at your job and to learn more about your teammates. And I love it because, again, it's just you're hanging out with the guys. You're having life talks that maybe normally you wouldn't have. And you've got everything taken care of, right? Like, you put your clothes on loop, you wear the same 2 or 3 outfits all camp, put them on the loop, you get them washed, you go eat, you go to the dorms, you play card games, you go to sleep, you wake up, and the cycle just continues, and it's just so fun. I love camp. I love going away, and I'm very fortunate that the Bills still do that.
So, Whit, the food there is insane. I'm sure it's still insane. Okay, but secondly, this is a burning question I've never asked you, and I was really thinking about it this year. In Catan, do you call it clay or brick?
Brick.
Oh my God! Thank you. We're aligned on so many things. My brother does, Sean.
Of course, Sean calls it clay.
Sean calls it timber as well. Yeah.
No, it's wood, it's brick, it's sheep, it's ore.
But what are you? Are you a Devo card guy? Or
what's the strategy? Okay.
I'm a D card guy, and my claim to fame is I won a game without building a single road.
Bullshit.
Swear to God. Hand on Bible.
So you're 2 cities, and then you're just
I went 2
Devo
cities. I was largest army, and then I was 4 victory points.
That is sick. That's crazy.
And everyone kind of counted me out because they didn't think I was gonna. I put my my 2 settlements early on ore, hay, and sheep, and they just kind of hit. And I ended up having maybe 19 or 20 of the 25 D cards. And
dude, that is sick.
Everybody would trade with me.
I'm going to explain to you Catan later.
Yeah, I have no idea what we're talking about. This is the kind of stuff you get to talk about on the Fitz and Whit podcast. Catan, bricks, all kinds of good stuff.
But who's the best player on the team?
Yeah.
Take
are
you
you
out
number
of it.
one, or are you going to give it up?
Listen, I would say I'm number one, but
Ooh.
the last 2 years we've had a finale where it's like a playoff, and then at the end you're either the Lord, the Prince, the Knight, or the Jester. Okay, so that's and depending on how many points you have at the end of the game, it determines what you are. Last year I was the Lord. Okay, this year Dalton Kincaid was the Lord. I was the Prince. Dawson Knox was the Knight, and Spencer was the Jester. But it was honestly, it was the most intense game of Catan I've ever played. Was that finale? Everybody had 9 points leading up to the end, and it was crazy. It was hectic.
Is Big Dion Dawkin this game?
He is not. No.
Okay. See, this is what I'm realizing, guys. You know, just like in the locker room, there's all these different circles and places you hang. And at training camp, when we used to go away to Georgetown, you know, I feel like I love you guys and, you know, I enjoy hanging out with you. My circle was literally more involved in like loud music, sitting in a dark room, kind of hanging, and not really card games and those things. So I might have missed out on the Catan game, but I'd have probably been with Big Dog somewhere having a good time as well. But this is the great part of NFL football.
And there's something for everybody in camp.
Right? There's a circle.
That's
the great part of going away for training camp. There's like everybody's got their little vibe, their corner that they hang out in. God, I missed that.
Yeah.
Dude, have you been in the cars with Dion?
I have not. I have not. I honestly, I would do it though. I would do it.
I don't think that I don't think Terry Pagula would enjoy that, you being in the car.